Alright, I gotta check to see if this is working, and yes it is. Okay, so here it is. We are at the 15th of October. If you haven't been following my YouTube channel too much, I'll get you up to speed. You don't have to go back and look at the other videos, but we have been mowing a lot. I mean, everywhere I go, I have hay on the ground. So, for the last 5 days, we mowed 5 days straight, 3 machines. 4 days with 3 machines, 1 day, just me. So here's the deal. It's fall. It's time to get this stuff done. To me, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't have to get down to 15% moisture or less. It has to just get down to maybe 20-25%, and I'm good to go before I can bale it. But for the last week or so, we have been in a weather pattern that has just been not good for making hay, which is fine. It's been okay for mowing hay, and that's what we've been doing. So in the fall, like it is now, you can mow a lot of hay and leave it lay out on the ground. It's okay. It can stay there. It's not going anywhere. It's not going to have the regrowth like we've had in, say, September, June, July. August is generally a low month for regrowth, but because of all the rain that we've had this year, we've had regrowth problems all along. But we're not going to have that problem right now because we have entered into the phase of frost. We're in a frost advisory for tomorrow, so if that's the case, then that's going to stop the growth of the grass for now anyway. It'll slow it down dramatically, and the grass will put more energy into the root system than it will be putting into the top of the plant. So it's time to get it off. So that's what we're doing. I'm going to mow hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of acres, literally probably close to 1,000 acres before I'm able to bale anything. And I can go over that pretty quickly. Second cut is really easy to get over. Third cut obviously is easy to get over. And we're just gonna get it on the ground. And then when the weather says, hey, you know what, it's time to bale, let's go bale. Now I do have a lot of first cut to do yet. Not really a lot, but a lot. It's like I'd have to say somewhere around 500 acres of first cut to do. Out of the 500 acres first cut to do, we just cut maybe 40 acres of it, so that's on the ground. I have to do some recovery mowing, I should say. Places that I've been that I didn't get cut because it was too wet back in, say, August, September. So that's what I'm up to. I mean, that is the job for the day, is to go and pick out these places that have been just so miserable to, I gotta shut my truck off, so miserable to get this hay made. And anyway, so I'm gonna get cracking on that, and I'll see you at the tractor, or at the mower, because I gotta change some blades and sharpen a few other ones and do some maintenance work on that, and I'll just set you up and you can ride along. Okay, so I've got a corded angle grinder for this. Carl bought it at Horrible Freight for like $10. I hate it. It vibrates in your hands. I much rather prefer the battery operated DeWalt that I just bought. But anyways, the reason I'm sharpening these blades on the machine, I know I got some comments about, oh, why don't you just take them off, sharpen them in the vise, and then you don't have to worry about the pair of vice grips, blah, blah, blah. Well, there's a reason. I don't have quick change knife system on these mowers. John Deere doesn't offer it, which kind of annoys the hell out of me, but it's John Deere's fault. Vicon had it first, and then New Holland obviously has picked it up, and John Deere for some reason just doesn't feel it necessary. I find it to be very necessary, because that's exactly what I would be doing. I would be popping these blades out and then putting new ones in, and then sharpening the ones that were good in the vise or in another device to hold it. And that would be awesome, but John Deere's John Deere, and they're behind the game on that one. But I'm sure when John Deere steps up their game, they'll have it, and it'll be quicker and faster than anybody else's and more simple to operate. That's just the way John Deere runs. I will have to say that John Deere makes things a lot easier on a lot of different things than some of the other companies. Some of the other companies have these big bulky tools and stuff to remove the blades from, and it just I don't know, it's just big and bulky, but I just got a feeling that John Deere's going to have some kind of simple push button thing, and that'll be the end of it. You know, it'll be easy. And I'm chomping at the bit. I can't wait. I can't wait for that to happen because it sucks changing blades in these things. It takes so much time. But anyways, I'm just greasing it up. There's all the grease points that I need to hit on the header. You don't want to over grease the ass end of this thing because it starts wobbling down the road. I was always the type to grease the shit out of everything, and apparently that's not the proper way to deal with these New Holland case windrowers because the back wheels will wobble. You need a little more friction in there, and I found that to be rather weird, but whatever. Anyways, hope you enjoy the rest of the video.
The motion.
Do a little video, right, Teresa?
Yeah.
Okay, so here we are in the wilds of New Jersey. Actually, we're in a broken down barn. Teresa's coming up behind. And here we go, Avco new idea. This is a one-row corn picker in an old barn. An old machine. Actually, it's a loafing pen. This was a dairy farm years ago. And, oh, wow, it's even, let's see. The Husker beds are... Well, the Husker beds don't look too god-awful bad, but, you know. Anyway, I've never picked corn with a corn picker, but this is a single-row pull-type corn pick, new idea corn picker, but here's an Alice Chalmers combine.
That's a combine?
This is a combine, yeah. This is what the combines looked like years before, back in the 50s, before the self-propelleds and stuff.
Wow.
Is that they didn't pick corn with a combine. This is what you picked corn with. You pick corn with a corn picker, obviously. But this is a combine, and it's a pull type. Alice Chalmers.
This section here looks like a...
Yeah, and this is where your chaff would come out. Your straw would come out here, and then your clean grain would fall down, and this was the tailings. Tailings would come out, and here's your clean grain bin here. And this building fell down in an ice storm back in the, I don't know, back in the 2000s. I'm not sure what this is, to be honest with you, but some kind of a blower. What's it say? It's a mill. It's a hammer mill. It's a hammer mill.
Hammer mill.
Okay, that makes sense. Basically, it's an old grinder. All right, let's see if we can get out. And we'll go back out the front. Oh, I've been in here before. The story with this property is it's now owned by the church, but it was owned by an old woman who swallowed a fly. I don't know why she swallowed the fly. I guess she'll die.
3 cars.
Yeah, so we got some here. If you guys are, yeah, she swallowed the fly. I guess she'll die. Anyway, so here's a Volkswagen. I don't know, is this a fuel injected one? No, just a Fodfignogen Volkswagen. Yeah, a Volkswagen, a little motor in there. Let's see if there's any coons in there. Yes, okay, so I guess the camera got forgotten. I should have put it up on a tripod. I do have the tripod, but anyway, this is day 5 of 3 mowers running in the field. We have probably, I'm going to have to say somewhere around 700 acres on the ground. Yeah, I'd have to say somewhere around 700 acres on the ground. What I'm going to do is, this is the first day it wasn't the day. We've had cloudy weather pretty much all day except for the last couple of hours. And that has been going on for, Christ, a week and a half we've had crappy weather. About a week and a half we've had crappy weather, since the last time I bailed anyway, which has been a week and a half ago. So, yeah, so that's it. We're gonna hang up the mowers tonight. We're done mowing tonight, and then tomorrow I'm gonna put Teresa in the field with a hay rake. Right, Teresa?
Yep.
Okay, so Teresa's gonna run the one hay rake. Timothy's gonna run a stack wagon because he's behind. He's about 600 bales behind that's laying on the ground. Dad, what we're gonna have Dad doing? Dad probably, maybe we'll put him in a hay rake too. I don't know. We'll put him on a hay rake, and we'll get a couple of hay rakes going. I know Joseph will be around, so yeah, maybe Dad will bring hay home with the loader, and Joe can rake. I don't know. We'll figure something out. But anyway, with that being said, we're just mowing more hay. Just getting it mowed. This has been our view all day. This hay is doing quite well. This is a wet spot, and it's actually not too wet, but this is second cut hay. It was cut, I don't know, Christ. The first cutting had to have been the end of July. Yeah, I'd have to say it was somewhere around the end of July. And yeah, it's done quite well. We put fertilizer down, potash and nitrogen. Only 10 gallons of nitrogen, and the potash at 150 pounds to the acre. So I thought that worked out pretty good. And that's it. So that's about 72 units of potash, which seems to have really done a good job because of all the rainy weather. And I will be doing that again next year. So the sun is setting, or the sun has set, and it's getting dark pretty quickly. Timothy is over there on the other fields over there someplace, so we should be gonna meet in the middle. But anyway, I guess that's the end of that for this video. So thanks for watching. Please comment, rate, and subscribe. And probably tomorrow, the next day, you're going to get some baling footage because we will be baling this stuff. And you'll see how fast we actually go with the baler. Right? Right. So big.